Hello everyone, welcome back to the Pearl Atelier. Gong Xi Fa Chai to you in the year of the wooden snake, and I wish you good health and prosperity for this year. So this year I thought I would start off the year with the Imperial Green Jade. I've been wanting to do a video on this for quite some time, and I thought today would be just a great opportunity for me to do so. It being the second year of the Lunar New Year, what more auspicious time would there be for it? So I am showcasing that today, and it is one of the most coveted of all jade colors just because of the scarcity of it. Whenever jade buyers, especially those in the industry, are bidding for slabs of green jade, this is the most lucrative for them and the most scarce. So for example, if you have a huge slab of jade, the possibility of finding this sort of an imperial green jade color is very slim, and it is the most expensive per carat. So it is very coveted. And when you find it, sometimes you cannot find it in a whole piece which is in the imperial green jade color. It is mixed with other colors because they are just taking the portion where the imperial green jade appears. So if you look at my bangle, for instance, part of it is lavender and part of it is the imperial green jade. And if you also look at the smaller pendant that I'm showcasing, it also has that contrast of colors between the celadon green and the imperial green jade color, which I also think is also very nice because you can see with the contrast of the lighter green against the imperial green color, you can really see the contrast and difference and the richness of the color of the imperial green jade. So, and this type of jade falls under the category of jadeite, although some of the older school of thought would also argue that this shade of green is also available in the nephrite category, which I will not argue about because they are masters of it, and up till the last dynasty of China, which is the Qing dynasty, all the jade pieces that were worn by the imperial family were under the nephrite category. So anyway, it has always fascinated people because of the richness of the color. If you look at my jade pendant, for instance, I just couldn't resist it. This is one of the most beautiful pieces of jadeite in the imperial green jade color that I have. The whole piece is made up of the same imperial green jade shade between olive green as well as emerald green. So you can see the color is absolutely luxurious, very rich, very deep colors, very decadent, and that is why people are always mesmerized by it. I also love this pendant for the fact that it is shaped and made in the style of the 1950s to the 1980s, which is the thinner style, which is much harder, as I mentioned so many times on my video, to carve out of, because you are carving it. The thinner the piece of jade, the more of a master craftsman it would be needed to carve on it, because one wrong move, even though jade is supposed to be just 0.5 lesser than the diamond, on the more scale of hardiness, you are doing carvings on it, so you have to be very careful. One wrong move and the whole thing could just break, especially on such an expensive piece of jade. And that is exactly why, as I mentioned earlier in the video, it is the most costly per carat. And the symbol of the butterfly As I mentioned, this is the new year. I've never actually showcased this new piece of pendant of mine. I actually got it a few months ago, but I just didn't have the opportunity to showcase it. So in the Chinese custom, the butterfly always signifies social status. It is always being showcased in, for example, ceramics, pottery, or even like jewelry boxes, because it is depicting social status. As I mentioned as well in one of my videos, Mariah Carey, when she adopted the symbol of the butterfly, her career really took off, and that's exactly one fine example of using the butterfly as a symbolism for social status and social prominence. And I cannot lie to you, the aura of this jade is very high. So your energy level and your aura has to be on par with it. And as soon as I got this pendant, there were two important people whom I have not been in contact with for almost a decade, and they reappeared again in my life. So they would have significant people coming into your life, whether or not it is a person from the past or someone new who is going to play a very important role in your life. And I never really thought about this point until when I was doing compiling all the evidence and the facts that I wanted to include in this video, and then I realized, oh my gosh, it is really true, because suddenly at this point in my life, two people who have been there in my past reappeared again, and they're going to play a very prominent part in my life, and I'm very thankful for it. And also, I also think that the Imperial Green Jade, because of the scarcity of it, make people covet it even more. It is a very luxurious, decadent color. As you can see, when you wear it, it's extremely arresting. Even though the apple green jade is the most popular, but connoisseurs of jade, they would have this shade of jade in their collection for sure. This is a Simon and Halbig doll that I have recently, and I ordered her from Etsy, and I got her a gold locket even before I received her. I really love this doll, and as you can see, the details on the dress as well as her shoes tells you that the person who owned it was someone who came from a very wealthy background. I would place this doll to be in the early 19th century or the late 18th century. I'm not an expert in dolls, but she is a Simon and Halbig, and she is an antique doll, so I'm very happy to add her to my collection.